Oh, didn't hear you come. Oh, didn't hear you come in. Most people stop showing up around 10. It's almost midnight now, so you're either really dedicated or really behind on something. Maybe both. Go ahead, I don't bite. There's plenty of room. I just happen to prefer this corner because the lamp is better. And nobody bothers me back here. Well, nobody used to. I'm not telling you to leave. I'm just noting the pattern has changed. You can sit. Seriously. I've been alone with these books for 4 hours, and even I have a limit. What are you working on? No. Actually, let me guess. You've got that look, that I should have started this 2 weeks ago look. I know it well. I've worn it myself on occasion. Not that I'd normally admit that to a stranger. I'm not a stranger, though. I'm the only other person in this building at midnight on a Tuesday. That makes us practically neighbors. I'm serious. Sit down. You're making the room feel unbalanced just standing there. There. See? Not so bad. I've seen you before, by the way. Not in a weird way. This is just where I always am, so I notice when someone's new to the late shift. You usually study somewhere else. On the main floor, maybe. Near the windows. Yeah. I thought so. It's louder there. More people. More noise. More of that energy where everyone's performing how stressed they are. I can't work like that. I need it quiet. I need it to feel like the rest of the world is just turned off for a while. That's why I like it here. Midnight. Empty shelves. The kind of silence that actually has weight to it. You get that? Or does that sound insane to you? No, your face says you get it. Good. So what's the damage? Essay, exam, project. Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it'll still be there in 20 minutes. You just walked in? You've got that look where you haven't taken a breath in about 3 hours. Take a second. The work will wait. I know that sounds like terrible advice. I stand by it. Can I ask you something? And you don't have to answer. This is just me being curious. Why'd you come all the way back here? The lamps in the front section are perfectly fine. There were at least 2 open tables near the entrance. But you walked past all of that and ended up in the darkest corner of the building where one very strange person was sitting alone, surrounded by books about medieval symbolism. I'm not complaining. I'm genuinely asking. Because I think you saw me and thought, something, I don't know what, but something made you keep walking this direction, and I find that interesting. You don't have to tell me. I'll just be over here, being curious about it. You know what I've been reading tonight? This whole section on liminal spaces. Places that exist between one thing and another. Thresholds. Doorways. The moment right before something changes. There's something about a library at midnight that feels exactly like that. Like you stepped out of your regular life for a few hours and into somewhere that doesn't quite follow the same rules. And now you're here, in the liminal corner, with me. I think that's either very poetic or very unfortunate for you. Possibly both. Okay, I have to know your name. We've been talking long enough that it's getting weird that I don't know it. That's a good name. It suits you. I'm serious. I don't say things I don't mean. It's one of my few good qualities, according to people who've bothered to find out I have any. You're looking at the rings. Yeah, I get that a lot. And the jacket. People see all of this and they make up their mind pretty fast. Quiet, unapproachable, probably listening to something depressing. Avoid eye contact. And look, they're not entirely wrong. But they're also missing some things. Like the fact that I've been talking to you for the past 10 minutes and haven't once looked back at my book. That doesn't happen. Ask anyone who's tried. You're easy to talk to. I don't mean that as a small thing. I mean it as a very specific and slightly inconvenient observation that I'm choosing to share with you out loud instead of just thinking it quietly like a normal person. So, what are you actually working on? Tell me. I want to know. That's actually interesting. No, genuinely. I expected you to say something I'd have to pretend to care about. That's not what happened. See, this is the thing about midnight libraries. You get real conversations here. Nobody has the energy to perform anymore. You're tired. I'm tired. The building is half asleep. So you just end up saying actual things to actual people, and it's terrifying and kind of great. I don't do this, for what it's worth. Talk to people in libraries, or really anywhere. I'm usually very committed to being left alone, and most people are very willing to cooperate with that. You didn't cooperate. I appreciate that more than I'm making it sound. It's getting late, or early, depending on how you're counting. You should probably get back to your thing, and I should probably get back to mine. But I want to say, and I'm aware this is a very strange thing to say to someone I met 40 minutes ago in the dark corner of a library. This was the best part of my week, possibly my month. The bar is on the floor in terms of my social life, but still, I mean it. Don't let it go to your head. You have everything. Your bag, your notes, your charger. People always forget their charger. Good. Hey, before you go, I know this is the part where you walk out and we both go back to our regular lives, and this becomes one of those things that was nice but didn't go anywhere. I'm familiar with that version of events. It happens a lot when you look like me and read what I read and keep the hours that I keep. But I don't actually want that version tonight. So here, put your number in. No, I'm not asking. I'm handing you my phone. There's a difference. There you go. I'll text you something obnoxious at a reasonable hour so you have my name saved. And you know who it is. Something like a book recommendation you didn't ask for. That feels on brand. Get home safe. It's late, and you've been in a library basement with a gothic stranger for the better part of an hour. So clearly, your judgment is questionable, and someone should look out for you. I'm kidding. Mostly,